A new report has landed on desks across Ottawa, signaling a major shift in Canada's defense policy. Canada is about to dramatically increase its military spending, far beyond a routine budget bump. For years, our allies criticized us for not paying our fair share for collective defense. Now, the government is responding, aiming to reshape our armed forces for a generation. This comes at a tense moment globally, with conflict simmering and the Canadian economy under strain. The government hopes this spending will both strengthen our military and inject life into the domestic economy. Building ships, planes, and new technologies is expected to create jobs and stimulate growth across Canada. The announcement has sparked a national conversation. What does it mean to be strong and secure in 2025? Is it about advanced military hardware, or a resilient economy and strong social programs? This new policy puts military strength front and center, arguing that economic prosperity depends on robust defense. For many Canadians, military procurement may seem distant, but its effects will be felt in communities landing new contracts and by young people seeking high-tech jobs. Every taxpayer will feel the impact as national debt grows to cover these expenses. This is more than a military story. It's about Canada's priorities and vision for the future. The coming months will test whether this bold move delivers on its promises. The stakes are high, and the choices made now will shape Canada for years to come. The question remains, is this the right path for our country? Canada's new defense spending is a direct response to long-standing pressure from NATO allies, especially the United States. For decades, we've fallen short of NATO's 2% GDP target for defense. This plan aims to finally close that gap and show our partners we're serious about our commitments. In a less stable world, this is seen as a crucial step. The government wants to send a clear message: Canada is ready to defend its interests and support its allies. But there's also a domestic angle. Our economy is facing headwinds with inflation, high interest rates, and recession fears. The government sees defense spending as a powerful economic tool, hoping to create a buffer against downturns. Billions spent within Canada could stimulate the industrial and technology sectors. The strategy is ambitious: solve foreign policy and economic problems with the same investment. The plan is to ensure much of the spending goes to Canadian companies, creating a cycle of investment and job creation. A new ship contract means more jobs at shipyards, and those workers spend in their communities. It's classic economic theory, put into practice on a massive scale. The hope is that military investment will also build up our economy. But whether this dual-purpose approach will work remains to be seen. The stakes are high, and the world is watching Canada's next move. Can we deliver on both security and prosperity? The numbers are staggering. An additional $80 billion in defense spending over the next 2 decades. This is one of the largest public investments in recent Canadian history. The money targets everything from new warships and submarines to fighter jets and cybersecurity. The Royal Canadian Navy will see accelerated construction of new surface combatant ships and investment in submarines. These projects require specialized shipyards and skilled workers, making them major economic drivers. The Air Force is getting 88 F-35 fighter jets, new surveillance aircraft, drones, and upgraded northern radar systems. These investments aim to protect Canadian airspace and strengthen our role in NORAD. The plan also funds new Army equipment, modern vehicles, and advanced communication systems. Cybersecurity and intelligence upgrades reflect the changing nature of conflict. The government hopes to modernize every branch of the Canadian Armed Forces. This is a comprehensive overhaul, touching every aspect of our defense. The goal: a military ready for the challenges of the 21st century. Defense spending doesn't just build military hardware, it creates jobs and drives innovation. Building warships and fighter jets requires thousands of skilled workers, supporting families and communities. The impact ripples through the supply chain, benefiting small businesses across the country. A machine shop in Ontario might supply parts for a ship built in Halifax. This spreads economic benefits far beyond major manufacturing hubs. Military contracts push companies to invest in research and development, sparking new technologies. Many everyday innovations, from GPS to the internet, began as military projects. The hope is that this spending will ignite the next wave of Canadian innovation. Proponents argue it's an investment in our industrial base and future competitiveness. By building up the defense sector, we strengthen our capacity to design and manufacture complex products. These skills can boost the entire economy. New warships and jets are more than military assets, they're symbols of a stronger, more advanced Canada. The challenge is ensuring these benefits reach as many Canadians as possible. It's tempting to see defense spending as a cure for recession, but the reality is more complicated. Injecting billions into the economy will create prosperity in regions with strong defense industries. Communities landing contracts will see jobs and growth. But economists warn that most projects aren't shovel-ready. Ships and jets take years to build. The bulk of spending won't arrive in time to counter a current recession. Spread over 2 decades, the annual impact is significant but not transformative for the whole economy. The benefits are concentrated in specific sectors and locations. A shipyard worker in Halifax may benefit, but a retail worker in Winnipeg may not. For many, defense spending is an abstract concept with little immediate impact. Experts caution that while helpful for some, it can't solve widespread economic pain. The spending is a mirage for those outside the defense sector. It's a powerful tool, but not a silver bullet for Canada's economic challenges. The limits are real and expectations should be tempered. As Canada ramps up defense spending, a new threat looms: trade tensions with the United States. The US is considering new tariffs on goods vital to the Canadian economy. Tariffs could disrupt supply chains, raise costs, and lead to job losses. Our economies are deeply intertwined, with billions crossing the border daily. Any new tariffs could wipe out gains from defense spending. It's a paradox. We boost defense to please our allies, but those same allies may harm us economically. The Canada-US relationship is complex and sometimes contradictory. Navigating it will be a major challenge for the government. Defense spending alone can't shield us from global economic shocks. Gains in the defense sector could be offset by losses elsewhere if tariffs hit manufacturing or resources. Canada's economy is vulnerable to decisions made abroad. A strong military can't fully protect us from the chill of a trade war. The defense spending surge has sparked fierce debate. Supporters call it a long overdue investment in sovereignty and security. They argue Canada's military has been neglected and modernization is essential. For them, the economic benefits are secondary to national security. Critics see it as a risky gamble with public money. They worry about rising debt, cost overruns, and neglected social priorities. Canada's history of defense procurement is filled with delays and overruns. Some argue true security comes from healthcare, housing, and climate action. The debate is about what kind of country we want to be. Is military strength the answer, or should we invest elsewhere? The choice will shape Canada's future for decades. Every dollar spent on defense is a dollar not spent elsewhere. This is the opportunity cost. $80 billion could transform healthcare, building hospitals and hiring thousands of doctors and nurses. It could fund medical research, reduce wait times, and improve care for millions. Or it could drive a green energy revolution, building solar farms, public transit, and protecting natural resources. These investments would have direct, tangible impacts on Canadians' daily lives. The debate is about priorities: security through military strength or through health and environmental action. Proponents say without security, other investments aren't safe. Opponents argue that a healthy, stable society is the foundation of true security. There's no easy answer, but the consequences are profound. The choice reflects our values as a nation. What kind of future do we want to build? On July 18, 2025, Canada stands at a crossroads. The government's ambitious defense plan aims to satisfy allies and boost the economy. New contracts bring hope to cities like Halifax and Montreal. But economists warn the benefits may come too late for those hit hardest by recession. Trade tensions with the US cast a shadow over economic gains. The debate forces us to confront our national identity and priorities. Every dollar spent on defense is a dollar not spent on healthcare, education, or climate action. The real question: is this the right choice for Canada's future? As the first contracts are signed, it's a question every Canadian should ask. The future of our country depends on it.